What's up, guys? So I'm just gonna go over my mods I've been doing. My Intex Mariner 4. It's the middle of winter right now, but it's like 20 degrees outside with 5 feet of snow. But just wanted to kind of do a video getting ready for springtime, which is about 3 months away. Oh wow! So just kind of go over my mods here. What I wanted to do is keep it simple. My mods, guys, I'm gonna be putting together and taking down every time I use the boat. So I didn't want to get too fancy with some of the stuff. If I was to trailer the boat, though, it'd be a whole different story. But since I'll be taking it, blowing it up, taking it out every time I use it, since I live in kind of a condo, so I don't have space, for a garage space for it. I have to kind of store it in my car or in the closet. As you can see, this is actually my living room, but this is also my workshop. So yeah, so that's what kind of plan is. So here's a couple mods I did do. So this is these are extra rod holders that I installed. These are the stock ones that came with the boat, but I wanted to have another one towards the back. So I have two in the back, because what I do is I typically troll. So I like to have two, rods out that way. Also put another rod holder over there as well. So in case I wanted to switch to the other side or something, I get four total. But yeah, these rod holders, I just got them on eBay. They were straight from China. You can really see, but they're pretty much just like the stock ones, but this one is black. I didn't really care about the color scheme, so I didn't care that it didn't match. But I glued it with marine goop. And it does the job. I bought these cartridge here. You can see I bought a cartridge at Amazon. It was really cheap for this whole thing right here. 12, looks like 10 ounce. It came out to about like $8, $7. So really cheap. It works good. They can really see, but I kind of had to seal around it, make sure it's on there. It doesn't look pretty, but it works for me, so I don't really care. I'm not too, fish don't care how your boat looks like, so I don't really care about that. It doesn't look as pretty as like the stock ones. It looks clean. This one just kind of had to seal, and it's pretty good. It's mounted on pretty good. I actually had this out the last time I did have it out. I had a rod on here that had a dip sea diver, and I was able to pull it with and on top of that, caught the biggest fish. Probably a 2-pound trout, 3-pound trout, 2 pounds maybe, and I was still able to hold it pretty good, so it's on there good. So that's one of the things I wanted to do as well. So another thing I went ahead and did as well is I added on these more heavy duty rod holders. I know it's kind of dark, but see that. But what I did is so I have these Scotty glue-on mounts. I actually have some extra ones here. These Scotty glue-on mounts. Found them on Amazon. It was like $7, $8. Glues them on and actually allows you to use like any type of really Scotty rod holders. Scotty, they have a bunch of stuff that you can put on their anchor locks. Whatever Scotty makes, you can pretty much add on to this. So I also glued it on with the marine goop as well. So you can see there, kind of sealed it with, so I actually did that today. Sealed the edges with the marine goop as well. Now, tier on this is I actually have Atwood rod holders on this, and our Atwood base. This is an Atwood base, so it actually fits, even though if you have Atwood rod mounts and rod holders, would also fit on this, but it's not common Scotty, but it still works good. I just barely got this on today, so I haven't had a chance to use it. But the reason why I went Atwood was because I actually bought a downrigger. So my plan with this boat is I wanted to get a downrigger on here, because I'm going to be planning on fishing some kokanee salmon out here. When it gets in the middle of summer, trout goes down to the bottom, or deeper fish, so I want to also take it out salmon fishing. Hopefully the Puget Sound. So, and you'll need to at least get down deep. I know I got dipsy divers and stuff like that, and there's always pros and cons with each one, but I kind of wanted to have the option of a downrigger just in case I do need it. But so let me actually pull out the downrigger, and you can kind of see it on there. All right, so I got the downrigger out. So it's an Atwood downrigger I got really cheap for it's like 24 bucks off eBay, and it came with like a 4-pound ball and all that stuff. So this is the reason why I went with the Atwood mounts. I actually didn't know that the Atwood mounts went on these Scotty rod holders, or these Scotty glue-on mounts. So I kind of lucked out, so I'm glad I did. But show you, put it on here, take this rod holder out, and put this on. There you go. So there's the downrigger. You can see it mounted there. I don't know if I'm gonna, just actually put this on there just like that. The other option that I do have to also mount this downrigger is I built a board, and I'll show you that in a minute. But there it is. I see it onto there. So again, I just barely installed these, so I haven't taken the time to set them out in the water. So they look good now, but you never know what in actual water, when it's in actual water. But the cool thing is about this as well is that the reason I mounted that is that, again, they put the rod for the downrigger, and then also, so typically I'll have, I'll fish by myself. Sometimes I'll have another person fish with me. So cool thing about it is that I can put another one of these rod holders there, and we'll be able to put 2 poles right there that go straight out, and then these 2 over here, they'll take another 2 rod holders. I'll just go straight back. So typically when I'm fishing with somebody else, we'll have 4 rods, 2 rods each of us, since Utah license allows us to have 2 fishing rods. So this would actually be good too as well when I'm trolling by myself. I might want to end up using these ones as well, because typically what I'll do is I'll sit down towards the back of the boat, because I have my motor out there, and instead of I'll find myself, I'm sitting down, I'll just be looking back at these rod holders, check on my poles. But if I have my poles right here, I can just be looking straight ahead, also watching where I'm going, while the poles, and I can still keep an eye on my poles. So that should be good as well, even if I'm single trolling. But yeah, the works really good. I recommend those Scotty glue-on pads. I think they work pretty good. Again, from what I've tested, which is not really, I haven't really put it on water, but if you feel it, feels really sturdy actually. So I don't think any fish, unless I'm going for swordfish or any of those big fish, I don't think we'll be able to pull those out. But I don't plan on trying to catch any of those big fish. Oh, okay. So another option I do have is I wanted to mount this downrigger. Is I went ahead and got a board. I'm going to show you this in a minute. But this is a board that I'm planning on putting across there. I actually have an older one that I made before. This one right there. And that didn't kind of work out well. I mounted it back here first. Back here, so it was right here. I didn't really like it because how the Mariner's back kind of comes up doesn't really work for me. But I can kind of show you what I was trying to do. So I bought these rods, these I don't know, threaded rods, what they call them at Lowe's. So what I was doing was that I kind of screwed them onto this. They're quarter rods. I screwed them on. It actually worked really well. Okay, screwed it on like that. Make sure you don't put it all the way down there. Okay, you can see there, it's screwed on. And then what I did is, or what I'll do, is I'll drill holes into this board. And it should just go straight down. You know, we'll go right down there, just like that. Obviously, if there's a hole, it will go down. And then kind of put a wing nut on it. Wing nuts on those two, and that would kind of keep the board, you know, pretty mounted on there. So that's how I was kind of mount this board. Again, I can't really do it right now since that's things there. But I'll probably do another video on that, kind of show you how I plan on doing that. But I'll show you my old board and see how it was before.